In 1916, as the Caribbean was swept up in the currents of empire and ambition, the Dominican Republic stood at a crossroads. Decades of political instability had weakened the republic, and a rising American power watched closely across the waters. When civil unrest again gripped the streets of Santo Domingo, the United States acted. On May 5, U.S. Marines stepped ashore, not just to restore order, but to claim control. The Dominican president was gone within days, and the capital fell without a fight. One by one, American forces secured the ports and pushed inland. By the end of July, the entire nation had been occupied. Dominican resistance flared briefly, but the might of the Marines proved overwhelming. A military government was established, and sovereignty was suspended. Initially, there was a promise of reform. Roads were built, a national police force was created, schools were opened, and government finances were reorganized. These were hallmarks of the progressive era exported abroad, order imposed from above. But beneath the surface, resentment brewed. The Dominican people had not asked for American guardianship. They had not voted for foreign administrators or consented to redrawing their laws. Tensions deepened with the passage of the Land Registration Act. Thousands of rural Dominicans were stripped of their traditional land rights as their properties were absorbed by expanding American sugar interests. In the countryside, families mourned not just the loss of land, but also the loss of dignity. From the forests and hills came resistance. Dominican gavilleros, guerrilla fighters, drawn from the peasantry, rose against the occupiers. They struck from the shadows, ambushes, raids, defiance in the face of overwhelming force. Though the Marines responded with patrols and air support, the spirit of resistance could not be extinguished. And then, beyond the mountains, beyond the reach of rifle fire, came a new front: diplomacy. In the United States, voices rose in protest against imperial overreach. In the Dominican Republic, exiles and nationalists lobbied and organized. In 1922, the Hughes-Pinado Plan was signed. A path to sovereignty was open. A provisional government was formed. Elections were held, and the last American soldier departed Dominican soil on a bright September day in 1924. The flag was lowered. A nation, wounded but unbroken, reclaimed its voice. Yet the legacy of occupation would not fade. The institutions left behind, especially the U.S.-created military, would one day empower a darker force: Rafael Trujillo. The dictator's rise can be traced back to when foreign orders supplanted national will. The occupation of the Dominican Republic was not just an episode of history. It was a lesson, a reckoning, a reminder that even in the name of order, freedom must never be forgotten, and that sovereignty, once taken, is never returned without cost.